Bipin Babu realized that he couldn't possibly carry on sitting at his desk and working. This had never happened in the 25 years he had been with the firm. See, carry on means continue. Like he realized that he can't continue his work, he can't sit on his desk and do his work. Like that thought was completely making him disturbed. He had a reputation for being tireless, conscientiousness worker, but today his head was in a whirl. Means his head was in a whirl means it is one item that means confused and unable to think clearly. So he was so confused, he was like unclear about his thought, about his memory, and he was so tireless so that all the colleagues, his workers have some respect for him. Back home at 2:30, Bipin Babu lay down in bed and tried to gather his wits together. See, gather his wits together means it is also idioms, and the meaning of this is make an effort to become calm and think clearly. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular instance, and a fairly recent and significant one at that. So means he was thinking about that incident. He was thinking like, yes, I remember, I can. He was thinking someone can forget his memory because of some head, because of some injury in head. But it is not like only one part, one memory of one person who can forget. So, and that is the important part actually. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi, to have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. So he was feeling like, yes, I wanted to go Ranchi at once, but it's like, he is forgetting, how he cannot remember. He went there, he did something there, one incident had happened to him, because of that he got some injury, and like it is totally impossible to him. At 7:30, Bipin Babu's servant came and announced, Chunni Babu, sir, says it's very important. So when at evening, 7:30, his servant had came to him and said, your friend, like Chunni Babu, has come to me and he said it is urgent. Bipin Babu knew what Chunni had come for. Chunni had been at school with him. He would be having a rough time literally. Having a rough time literally means it is also idioms, and it is meaning that having a lot of problems that Chunni have made or had came to meet, that he had lots of problems in his life and had been coming to see him about a job, and he needed some job. He was jobless, and that is why he went to meet him. Bipin Babu knew it was not possible to do anything for him, and in fact told him so. But Chunni kept turning up like a bad penny. Like turning up like a bad penny is also idiom, and meaning of this is appearing at a place where one is not welcome. Like he was coming continuously over and over to meet him for the job. Bipin Babu sent word that not only was it not possible for him to see Chunni now, but if not in several weeks. So then he just messaged message through the servant that said to him, there is nothing here, any job also here. But as soon as the servant stepped out of the room, it struck Bipin Babu that Chunni might remember something about the 15th tree. There was no harm in asking him. So when servant stepped out from the room, then it struck to Bipin Babu's mind that let's ask to the Chunni about that tree. Bipin Babu hurried down the stairs and into the living room. Chunni was about to leave, but seeing Bipin Babu appear, he turned around hopefully. Then he roughly went to that Chunni to meet about and to ask about that Ranchi trip. And when he came there, then Chunni he felt some hope. Yes, if Bipin has come to meet me, then there is some hope about the job. He felt like that. Bipin Babu didn't beat about the bush. Say, didn't beat about the bush, that's the idea is here. And meaning is, came straight to the point. That, like, without wasting any time, he came to the point. Listen to me, I want to ask you something. You have a good memory, and you have been seeing me off and on for a long time. So, off and on means like now and then. Like you have good memory of me, like so you know me from now also, and from long time also. So, just throw your mind back and tell me, did I go to Ranchi in 58? See, throw your mind back is also ideal here. Meaning is think back and recall a past event. So you just think back and recall that event, past event of 58. You remember I gone to Ranchi at 1958. You remember something that? Chuni said 58. It must have been 58 or was it 59? So he asked him like 58. So he said, oh, it must be like 58 or 59. You are sure that I did go to Ranchi? Chuni's look was amazement, was not unmixed with worry. So it means like he was so surprising and he was worried. Like he said, about 58 or 59. Did you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? So he asked, did you have doubts something about you have gone there or not? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? Do you remember clearly? Chuni sat down on the sofa, fixed Bipin Babu with a long, hard stare and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendships don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that. You have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. Then he was like shockingly sitting with Bipin Babu and he said like, Bipin, are you taking drugs or something else so that like I know you have so clean record, you don't like such things, but you have forgotten something? Ranchi trip, how can you forget that? Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chuni's incredulous stare, like unbelieving. He was staring him, looking at him unbelievingly. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chuni then. Then he asked him, like, you remember what was my last job? Of course, you worked in a travel agency. He said, yes, you worked in travel agency. You remember that? And you don't remember that? It was I who fixed up your airway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know. So he said, oh, so you know, you remember that I was working in the travel agency and actually even I booked ticket for you for Ranchi trip. You went there and I tried to see you off also. Then in your apartment, one fan was also not working. So I called the electrician to fix it up. And how you can forget all these things? So you are well or not? Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must be about consulting a specialist. So he said, Bipin Babu, yes, I am like working so long from last time, sometimes. So it must be about because of this. And must be about consulting a specialist. Means may have to consult. You consult one doctor also for this. Doubtless, it was Bipin's condition which made Jamila leave without mentioning anything about a job. So, seeing this condition of Bipin Chaudhary is like he is not feeling well. So, because of this, that Jamila didn't ask about his job. Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately. You must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Then here I Chanda shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said. I have never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience. But I have one suggestion. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. It can do no harm. So he said, in my past years, I have never seen like this case like yours. I have never met a patient like you are forgetting something like only one part of your life. So he just suggested one thing. He said it will not harm you, but do that. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Leaned forward means like went so anxiously, so nervously. As far as I can make out, said Dr. Chanda, and I think you are of the same opinion, you must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out of your mind. What I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your dream. This is not impossible. More than that I cannot do at the moment. So he suggests that once again you just go to the Ranchi. Sometimes it happens because of something you forgot that things, but when you again went that place, you will remember something by seeing that or that situation again, that things, that place again. So I can do only this right now. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and tranquilizer. It means like prescribing, like I am advising something, I am advising some medication for this. Sleep is essential, or symptoms will get more pronounced, like you need to sleep more, so after your symptoms will get strong, pronounced means strong. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After breakfast, he rang up his phone, gave some instructions, and then procured at first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. Then he slept at that night. He wake up at morning. Then he felt some easy, some well because of that medicines. But then after taking breakfast, after having breakfast, he then called up somewhere and he booked his ticket for the Ranchi. Now part 4. Getting off the train at Ranchi next morning, he realized at once that he had never been there before. Then when he got off to the train to the Ranchi, then he absolutely realized that no, I didn't come here. But I go earlier before. He came out of the station, he took a taxi and drove around the town for a while. He realized that the streets, the buildings, the hotels, the bazaars, the Morabadi hill, with none of these had the slightest acquaintance. Acquaintance means familiarity. Like traveling in that city, he realized that no, this hotel, this room, this town, buildings, bazaar is not familiar to him. Would a trip to the Budro Falls help? He didn't believe so, but at the same time he didn't wish to leave with the feeling that he hadn't tried enough. So he arranged for a car and left for Budro in the afternoon. Then he actually realized that no, he is not getting, like, he remembered all the things he didn't went there before also. So, but just for his sake, he think let's go to the Budro Falls also. Then at 5 o'clock the same afternoon in Budro, two Gujarati gentlemen from a group of picnickers discovered Bipin Babu lying unconscious beside a boulder. See, unconscious means awake, so unwell. And boulder nothing. Next morning, Bipin Babu was back in Calcutta. He realized that there was truly no hope for him. So he would lose everything. His will to work, his confidence, his ability, his balance of mind. Was he going to end up in the asylum act? See, asylum means shelter. Like it is just he will die at that without having some shelter. Like he is losing because of these symptoms. He will lose his job. He will lose everything, and because of this, like he will die without shelter. Bipin Babu couldn't think anymore. Back home, he rang up Dr. Chanda and asked him to come over. Then, after a shower, he go into bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Clamped means on his fixed on his head, ice bag. He got into bed. Just then, someone brought him a letter which someone had left in the letter box. A greenish envelope with his name in red ink on it. So all this happened after, and then someone has came to him, and in his hand there was one envelope, a greenish envelope, which is written his name by red ink. Above the name, it says urgent and confidential. So confidential means so secret, private. In spite of his condition, Bipin Babu had a feeling that he ought to go through the letter. Like, he thought like just this letter, because of this letter, it will help me. He tore open the envelope, then he tore that envelope and took out the letter. This is what he did, and then what he did. Dear Bipin, I had no idea that affluence means wealth, having more money, would bring about the kind of a change in you that it has done. Was it so difficult for you to help out an old friend down on his luck? See, down on his luck means like he was facing some bad luck, some problems in his life, and his friend is writing this letter. I have no money, so my resources are limited. What I have is imagination, a part of which I used in retribution of your unwilling behavior. What is written? Like, see, Bipin, because of so money, you changed. And you changed that much that you can't even feel about your friend. Like me, I was jobless, I don't have resources, I don't have any money, but you felt that you didn't help me out from this. That is why I used you in retribution means, see, as a punishment for, like this is the punishment I was given to you. Like, I have nothing, but I have imaginary view, and because of that, I have given you a punishment. Well, you will be alright. Again, now, a novel I have written is being considered by the publisher. If he likes it enough, it will see me through the next few months. So it is written that because of your cruel behavior, you didn't help me on my bad days, and that is why I did eat all this imagination to give you the punishment. And I have written a novel, and because of that, I will get some money. You will see me the truth in next few months. Your Chunilal, and whose return was that? Chunilal, who was the known friend of Bipin Babu. When Dr. Chanda came, Bipin Babu said, I am fine. It all came back as soon as I got off the train at Ranchi. A unique case, said Dr. Chanda. I shall certainly write about it in a medical journal. Medical journal means magazine. So after this, Dr. Chanda has came to him to meet him. Then it was an embarrassing Bipin Chaudhary to talk about this. That is why he said, okay, now I am fine. When I went to the Ranchi, I remember all the things. And Chanda also got shocked. He said, like, in my history, I just only at first, this is my case. Like, and I will talk about this in my Ramji, if you could prescribe a painkiller. So he said, I sent for you means I called you because just I have pain because of that Ramji trip. I called from Hudro and that it was just pain in my hips. Just please prescribe some medicines to me. That's it. He don't want to explain that imaginary view that his friend, how his friend to Milan punished him and he created that imaginary in his mind, and because of that it happens to me. He don't want to talk about this, and that is himself. Just go, there is some pain in my hip, so please prescribe me some medication, and that's it. This is just so mysterious and suspensing story. I hope you like this story. So read this at your home and find out new. See, in this story you will find more new words and idioms also. So read that.